During this Connected Investor Success Short, you'll hear 3 real estate investing pros explain exactly how to implement the strategies that made them millionaires. Brought to you by PrivateLenders.com, where real estate investors go to get private funding for all of their real estate investments. Make sure to check out the links in the description of this video for full lessons and free giveaways. Let's get started. Today, he's going to explain to you exactly how to have lenders very eager to lend you money. His name is Jan. Jan, let's go ahead and jump right into this. The main steps that we kind of outlined ahead of time.
Absolutely.
To become a lender was to specialize, bring in partners as needed, and communication. Let's talk about specializing. From a lender's perspective, when you're looking at a borrower, why do you want them to specialize and why is this so important?
So specializing includes, you know your neighborhood, you've worked in that neighborhood before, you know the values and you know what people are looking for in the neighborhood. And then it also includes the property type. So each of the different commercial real estate property types is pretty different. You were talking about retail. Retail requires specialization. We specialize in residential, and that could include single family homes and small apartment buildings up to a $10 million loan amount per property. So we try to specialize too as lenders, and we like borrowers who specialize and they know what they're doing. Leading into the second point, after specialize, you mentioned having the right team. So I think the 3 main parts of any team would be someone that can find the project and kind of hunt for a good deal and a good site to work with, a good project. And then the second part is doing the improvements, designing the improvements, and then executing on all the improvements. And then the third part is the capital side. So I think those are the 3 main parts. And each of your viewers should ask themselves, which part am I really, really good at? Which part am I worst at of those 3 things? And then find one partner for the project that's good on the thing that you're weakest on.
And the last step is communicating with a lender.
So we love working with borrowers who let us know what's going on and who treat us like a long-term relationship and almost like a partner in a way. About 80% of our loans are to repeat borrowers. So we
Wow.
set out to find borrowers who are going to create wealth by doing a series of projects, just like Fritz did, 5 in a row over 8 years.
Jan, you contribute a lot of your success to your ability to work hard and add value to all of the professionals and entrepreneurs that you meet. Why do you think this has played such a big role in your success?
Well, goodness, I know you've asked this question to some of your other guests, and I would just say that when I started in real estate in 2002, I really wanted to become the best real estate investor that I could be and spend the rest of my career doing it. I call it putting the blinders on, kind of like the horses you see that have the little blinders. I decided that's all I was going to do, and it became very simple to know who are my people that I need to help them succeed and stay close to them and learn from them, and what mentors do I want to have. So
the Connected Investors app connects you with investors, notifies you of available properties, helps locate cash buyers, and secure private funding to close deals. Set up in seconds to become a member of the Connected Investors social network. Now you can scroll through your main feed to find cash buyers, see investment properties not available to the general public, and network with investors by adding your own comments to a thread to keep the conversation going. The Control Center is your connection to add properties to sell, start new discussions, connect with local investors, and even find private funding. The Notifications tab will keep you alerted to new investment properties and offers. You'll also find new friend requests to connect directly with the community to build your network. From the property marketplace, you'll be able to find, favorite, and make offers on investment properties. Download Connected Investors today to find, figure, fund, and flip investment properties on the go.
So I'd like to introduce you to the one, the only, Don Costa. Don, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
So before the show, Don and I talked and we broke this down into 3 main steps: hiring, pricing, and project management. Don, let's talk about hiring. So I guess we're talking about we have a property that we've already purchased, right? And we're planning on rehabbing it.
So, the first thing we do in hiring is we make a phone call. This is who we are and this is what we're doing. We're flippers, we're rehabbers, and we're looking for contractors to work with on these projects. And 50%, 40% of those individuals will disqualify themselves right away. They'll tell us, hey, we've worked with flippers before, they suck, they don't pay. In that second part of the conversation, we say we're looking for wholesale pricing. We know that you need to make money, but we also need a deal. About half of them will disqualify themselves again, and the other half will continue to talk. Yes, we're willing to work with you. Okay. Once we get to the point where they're saying, yes, we're willing to talk to you about pricing, we're willing to work with you, then we want to see two jobs. We want to see one that is finished and one that's in process.
So let's go ahead and talk about pricing.
Some important things to do to work with your contractors is standardized pricing. And we've been able to negotiate that by working with the contractor and sitting down and understanding what their costs are, where their profit margins are, where we need to be. Overall, though, you just want to make sure you're communicating about wholesale pricing. That's really, really important. And then understanding what that means in your market.
Now you found your person, it's pricing. Now they're up and running. Let's talk about project management.
Okay. So project management, I think it's kind of an overlap with pricing, is materials. Materials is a big thing on whether or not you buy materials or you don't buy materials. So it's important to make a decision where your lane's going to be there. Do you provide the materials and they just pay for the labor, or do you have them do both? We prefer to do both because I feel like it keeps honest people honest. So
you contribute a lot of your success to your ability to get out of the way and let your team kind of make it happen. Why do you think that's been so important to your success?
A lot of us as entrepreneurs, and I've been guilty of that in my life, is we feel like we have to control everything. And for most of my life as a leader, I want to say that I've been a horrible leader. And I've been a bottleneck and I haven't run a real business. Part of being a better leader is understanding that when you have good people, when you have smart people, loyal, hardworking people, that they're going to work so much better for you if you just get out of their way and let them be the best version of themselves they can be. And I think that's a hard lesson for a lot of us as entrepreneurs, but getting out of the way is the best thing I ever did, because I just have people that are so much better at so many different things than I am in my business. And that's totally the reason for our success.
I'd like to introduce you to the one, the only Adam Rodriguez. Adam, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Ross, for having me. We're happy to be here.
But let's talk about your morning routine. You said you check your email, you jump into PIN, you organize your list. So when you go in to check your email every day, what is it? What is that process like for you, and what are you looking for?
Well, to build up that, I have to reach out to different resources here, acquisition firms, other wholesalers, other realtors, brokers, all types of folks, so that I have a constant stream of leads outside. Those leads I can cross-reference and PIN. So organizing my emails really means one of two things. It's separating those that are going to be cross-referenced and PIN, and those that are other, let's just say other miscellaneous type.
You check your email to see if any of the deals you have going are moving forward, and you say step 2, you pour yourself a cup of coffee and you log into PIN. So why don't you just kind of take me through, you're looking at the PIN software. What are you thinking? What are you doing?
Well, the first thing I do is I check my any networking that's going on. If I get any notifications, anybody who wants to friend me, any type of offers that I get, I look at those first, and then I get on PIN. And I take that other list and I cross-reference it. And that's
Great.
Actually, if I have a lead there, or if I have an offer, which I have on many occasions, I do that first, obviously, because that's business ready. So I just pick up the phone and I make that call and reach out to that connected investor member, and that's how we.
So the platform itself, after you upload these properties to connected investors, someone can send you offers right through the platform.
Correct. Correct. So what I do is I go ahead and depending on how many leads I have, I'll cross-reference leads, and then I'll run a different group, whether it be zip coded, it could be something that I just it could be something different like shadow inventory. It just depends on the day. And then I go ahead and I pull those that have phone numbers, and I put it into my work table, which is a component or a feature that PIN has, where you don't necessarily have to export it out every time, but you can actually have it in-house, and you can actually run these properties and actually keep track of them within the software itself.
Let me ask you a question here. Someone who is brand new to real estate investing, can you actually do this? Just being 100% real with people.
You have to be careful not to get sucked into all the many different types of, like you said, fluff, and really just find somebody that you can mentor locally, somebody locally if you can, or if not, watch some training videos. So really it's just to educate yourself. You don't have to spend a lot of money or a lot of time, because I'm not a real estate a realtor. I'm just an investor. I was a contractor before, but you just do a little bit of homework, read, go to your bookstore, and there's great training and that Connected Investors has that you can watch of all times, especially these particular videos. And really, it doesn't take but maybe a week, and you can get it to go. I don't see how some of the folks that I've helped have really one particular gentleman that I helped in Corpus Christi that I found on Connected Investors. Actually, within a week, he had his first wholesale, and he'd never done it before. So.
You can also throw your name into a drawing to win our $3,000 software called PIN that pinpoints all of the best deals in any market and all of the most active buyers and private lenders as well. So it's the one piece of software you need to find any type of deal, whether it's an apartment complex or a single family house. If you're looking for it, it's inside PIN, and we're going to give it to one of our lucky listeners who visit exactlyhow.com. If you're watching this live, go ahead and go there right now. We haven't picked the name yet. Throw your name into the hat and you might be walking away with this software.